Hello, this is Bug Thank you once again for joining me for this guest replay. Just before we get to the replay by my friend and platoon mate Morpheus, just want to talk very quickly about the VK3601. Tier 6 German medium. I love it, it's one of my favourite tanks. I think my service record shows actually it's my second most played tank. 355 games out of 6,100 or so. 55% win rate on it, so pretty happy with that. I just enjoy playing it. It's got a really great mix of mobility, sort of speed and firepower. It's very good at brawling if it has to be. It's also reasonably accurate enough to be, to take those long-range shots. Basically, it's got the short 88 on it, which you can see got penetration of 132 on average damage of 220, which is very nice. It's a tier 7 gun, and I just enjoy playing it. It's the tank that I probably default to quite a lot when I've had, those games where it's been a lousy round. Either you've messed up or the whole team has been absolutely useless, and let's face it, we all have those sorts of games. So it's one of those tanks that I play just to put the smile back on my face. I'm sure we all have them. If you haven't given the VK3601 a chance yet, give it a go. It's not expensive, can make money, and it's just good fun. But anyway, on with the replay. So to set the scene, myself and Evil Fish have been platooned with Morpheus. We've both died. I rushed up, a little bit too aggressive, paid the price for it. I did take a tank destroyer down with me. So basically, Morph's been left. He's got just under half of his hit points left. He's in the middle of the map. It's not looking great. It's 7-9, but we still stand a chance of winning. So he's now approached by VK36, who's rushing him. Aims for the lower plate, but it doesn't stop him. So he's correctly keeping his armor angled at all times. Managed to take it down, but he's now down to 14 hit points, and this is where the fun starts. This, you would think at this point, he's doomed. 14 hit points, you could basically get hit by a leaf from a falling tree and he'd die. But you'd be surprised. This is where the VK3601 has shown me, especially from watching this replay, how bouncy it is and how much damage it can take. Just watch this. So here's the first problem for him. Again, he angled his armour, bounced off, and the patented won't diometer is now on 1, and he kills the 3001p that rushes him. Probably not the best move, but he only had 14 hit points. There's no artillery to worry about, so he's not going to get killed by any splash or anything ungallant like that. So he decides to turn around because he's seen a tank destroyer, an SU-100, back near the base. I've just cut the footage of the travel just to show him a little bit nearer to where he was going. Takes a long shot at a T-28. 0 damage penetration. And there's the SU-100 ahead of him. Again, I think he's really brave here. He moves in over the tracks. Got to try and keep the SU-100 spotted so he knows where it is. I think he was a little bit more brave than I'd have been. Ding, another bounce. He gets a solid hit on the SU-100. No damage. The SU-100 is probably cursing his luck. Moves forward again. Disappears, takes a blind shot. Always a good idea. And you can see here that his hit points are down, so his shot did damage. Again, another bounce. The SU-100 driver must be absolutely cursing now. And in fact, he starts to rush in, thinking, do you know what, if I can't penetrate him, I can probably ram him. But Morph takes advantage of him exposing himself fully, takes him down. So we've had 3 bounces, and still on 14 hit points. So he moves to engage the rest of the enemy tanks that are still alive, now that the threat to the base has been negated. There's a Panzer III-4 floating around on the left somewhere. There he is up there. Bit of a threat because he holds the high ground. The Panzer III-4 gun is the 75mm L48, I think it is, which is what the Panzer IV is going to be left with when patch 8 comes out. Not a bad gun, but not as good as the L70 which Panzer IV used to have. Going to miss that gun. Anyway, so in he goes. And he takes a return shot misses. The KV-1 hits him. Track eats it, gets a hit on the side from the Panzer III at the top. So 2 shots in quick, and another bounce from somebody. 3 shots in quick succession there. again. His tracks eat the shot. 7 hits now he's had. He's either bounced them or just absorbed it. 14 hit points left. Still. Just, you cannot kill this VK3601 on this map, in this game. He's waiting for the T-34 to spot up the VK. Takes a solid hit to the VK's side. Again, he can't overreach himself. Now, I don't know if you ever spotted it from the comments, but the Stug 3 is basically out of ammunition. The Stug on Morpheus' side. But the Stug player and the T-34 player are both really helpful in this game. Certainly props to them as well. Stug player doesn't sit at the back and is all passive because he's out of ammo. No, he moves up and he tries to play a part in spotting and threatening at least the Panzer III 4 on the left. Morpheus just can't try and predict where the VK is going to come next. Decides to move in. Smart move. He's worried about the threat from 3-4 on the left. But fortunately he's below the tracks. He can't get a shot on Morph's side, which is great. But neither can Morph shoot him either. So there's a little bit of a Mexican standoff going on. Not a huge amount of time left, just under 3 minutes. And after all this, you really want it to be a draw. VK makes a rush for it for some reason. Misses his first shot. VK shoots back and also misses. Oh, very lucky shot, I think. Managed to finish off the VK. So he moves in for the 3-4. I'll just cut the footage a little bit. And this is very dicey. Stug's got no ammunition. He's got 14 hit points. The 3-4's got almost maximum health. And he's behind a wreck. Takes a fast shot and misses. The return shot hits the wreck. It's very, very tense indeed. But he's being aggressive, he's pushing up. 3-4 rushes him and gets shot. So he survived most of the game with 14 hit points. It took 7 hits. Fantastic. A very well earned steel wall, and he got a load of other awards as well, I believe, as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.